Interview prep, virtual interviews. In today's webinar, we will be discussing interview preparation with tips for face-to-face and virtual online interviews. An interview can make or break an opportunity. Now, to help you really prepare, we'll be giving you a mix of tips about proper attire, body language, and etiquette, and how to answer common questions. Exactly when does an interview start, and how to deal with nerves. Now, the following webinar will assist you with becoming more familiar with the process of face-to-face interviews versus virtual sessions. Now, our goal today is to ensure that your interview skills become more proficient and successful. Dress for success. Interviewing for a new job can be stressful, but deciding what to wear doesn't have to be. There are two types of attire appropriate for your job interview. There's business professional and business casual that are the standard for most employers. Now, these two choices will impress your future employer while giving you the confidence that you need to nail your interview. Now, you want to ensure that your wardrobe on display is neat, clean, and pressed. Remember that presentation is key, and the first 7 seconds a potential employer views you are crucial. Now, these 7 seconds allows the interviewer to make crucial judgments of you, such as likability and trustworthiness. Dress for success, men. Now, men who are going to an interview and would like to dress business professional would wear a button-down dress shirt, a tie, jacket, suit pants, and dress shoes. You want to make sure that it is ironed, clean, and a well-fitting outfit. You also want to be groomed with minimal cologne and your shoes are polished and clean. Now, dressing in the right attire for an interview shows that you're serious about the job, respectful of the interviewer's time, and are genuinely interested in the position. Dress for success, women. Clean and professional hairstyle, sparse makeup, long sleeve shirt, suit, mild or no fragrance, little or no jewelry, knee length skirt, neutral color stockings, and conservative shoes. Now, this will demonstrate an understanding of the corporate culture and showcases you as someone who would fit easily into the workplace dynamic. Face to face interview tips. Use the interviewer's name. Maintain eye contact. Smile. Shake hands. Introduce yourself. Know about the position that you are seeking. Offer your application or resume. And leave your phone in your vehicle or in your purse on silent mode. Now, the interview starts the minute that you walk into the building. Be aware of your posture, keep your head up, shoulders pulled back, and no slouching. Keep good eye contact with anyone that you come in contact with. Anyone that you run into on your way in could be asked to give feedback. And we ask for you to leave your phone in your vehicle or in your purse, and that is to avoid any distractions during the interview. Now, what percentage of hiring managers and recruiters use video interviews as a hiring process? 80%. 80% of hiring managers and recruiters use video interviews as a hiring process. Now, before COVID-19 pandemic, just over 1 in 5 organizations were using video interviews. And now, nearly 80% of employers use video interviews, and more than half of them plan to continue using video once the pandemic restrictions are fully lifted. Now, as employers have learned over the last year, Video interviewing has clear business benefits such as saving time, they're cost effective, improve interview attendance, and they're finding better candidates. Virtual interview tips. You want to pick the location. The best place to take the interview in your home is a quiet location with few distractions. Choose a room that is clean and professional looking so the interviewer can focus their attention on you and not what is around you. You want to test your equipment and make sure your audio is working. Now, figure out the equipment and the app that you will need before your interview starts. 15 to 30 minutes before your interview, check your internet connection and sign into the video meeting provided by the hiring manager. You want to turn on the sound and the video to ensure everything is in working order in time for your conversation. Make sure you have good lighting. Having good lighting during your interview is key. Your interviewer wants to see your facial expressions when you're answering questions. And you want to dress appropriately. In a virtual interview, you should dress the same as you would a face-to-face interview. Now, doing so not only makes you appear professional and excited about the opportunity, but it will also make you feel more prepared and confident. Top interview questions. Tell me about yourself. Now, when you respond to this question, share positive personal information about your skills, work history, interests, and achievements, and prove how these make you a good fit for this position and this company. Now, why did you leave your last job? Now, it is important to be honest and positive. If you left or are leaving under a negative circumstance, spend some time thinking about what you've learned from the experience and what you would do differently to avoid a similar situation. Now, take ownership of the situation and never blame someone else. Why do you want to work for this company? Now, research the company before the interview so that you can explain why you want to work there. Knowing about the company shows the interviewer that you're serious about wanting a job with them. What are your strengths? Now, this is a place to tell the interviewer the strengths you have that relate to the job that you're applying for. Talk about yourself. Stress your qualifications for the job opening. Think of what makes you stand out as a job applicant for this role. Review the job description closely and note ways that you exceed the requirements. Recount experience you have had which fit the job that you're applying for. Now focus on details and outcomes you can quantify. Speak to what sets you apart from other candidates. Talk and think as much as possible about the future rather than the past. Now brainstorm why this position excites you, how it fits into your larger career goal, and why you feel it's the best next step. Indicate where possible examples of your stability, experience, and qualifications. Now describe how your current skills and experience translate into the new position. You want to meet them halfway. Try to learn ahead of time about the company and its products or services. Now spend some time learning everything you can about the company from as many sources as you can. Get a sense of who the company is and how to embody a similar personality during your interview. Approach the employer with respect. It is beneficial to try to connect with your interviewers. Building these relationships can help you feel calmer and help employers better understand and connect with who you are and whether you would be a good fit for the position. Stress the contribution you can make to the company. Be sure to have researched the company prior to the interview so that you're familiar with the company's mission. Now try to identify the company's specific needs and then give example as to why your education, skills, accomplishments, and experience will make you an asset for the employer. Have a list available of former employers, time, and period of service. Now, your interviewers may not ask you for a list of references, but it's good to be prepared just in case they do. Display your professionalism. Remember that employees should be capable, dependable, trainable, careful, and steady. You want to assume an air of confidence. Try to be optimistic in your attitude. Now, confidence with a bit of humility is best. You want to maintain poise and self-control. And try to overcome nervousness or shortness of breath. And it helps to take a deep breath. You want to smile and stay positive. And know the importance of getting along with people. And let as many people as possible know that you're job hunting. It's easier for them to promote your qualifications, and your networks can introduce you to new people who work inside companies that may have job opportunities. Now, give your best interview. Remain calm. Be positive, courteous, and respectful. Sit and walk with good posture. Smile. Make eye contact. Answer questions honestly and with straightforwardness. Recognize your limitations and indicate your flexibility and readiness to learn. Now, you want to build rapport with the employer. Establishing rapport is important in any business relationship because it allows you to separate yourself from other candidates by building a personal connection with the interviewer. Now, when you interview in person, your enthusiasm, body language, handshake, and early small talk all help you build that connection with your potential employer. Now, when communicating virtually, it's still necessary to find ways to establish rapport. Now, you can do this by being prepared to talk about your common interests, asking how your interviewer's experience has been with virtual interviews, or by finding some other neutral topic with which will help you to learn more about the interviewer. What is the average time spent by a recruiter looking at a resume? 5 to 7 seconds. Now, it's important to impress your interviewer because not much time was spent reviewing your resume. Now, remember, if your resume gets you an interview, you've got the skills to do the job. Now, your goal should be to leave the interviewer thinking, I want to work with them. Don't talk yourself out of a job with statements such as stressing your need for a job, apologizing for your age, looking untidy in appearance, displaying overconfidence, or displaying a negative, resentful, or hopeless attitude, or being a know it all or a person who cannot take instruction. And depending on your phone for your job contacts. Now, the perceptions you create during the job interview can have a big impact on whether you're hired. You should enter every interview with a level of confidence that reflects your ability to perform the job effectively. Too much confidence, however, can be off-putting to potential employers. And then don't isolate yourself from job contacts which might help you find a job. Ending an interview. You want to make sure you use the employer's name and then maintain eye contact. You want to smile, thank the employer, shake hands. Normally, near the end of the interview, you will be asked by the interviewers if you have any questions for them. Now, this is a good opportunity to demonstrate your knowledge of the job, company, or industry by asking questions. It will show that you've done your research, shows you've been listening through the interview, and shows that you're genuinely interested in the role. Now, this will demonstrate your confidence and also gives the interviewer an opportunity to find out more about you. Leave your interviewer with the right picture of you. Now, after your interview, plan to send a well timed follow up. It's good practice to send a follow up email within 24 hours of the interview, thanking the employer for their time and letting them know you're available if they have any additional questions. You want to leave a lasting impression. Other webinars. If you need additional information on other job readiness webinars, you can visit www.borderplexjobs.com for a list of webinars. I want to thank you for taking the time to be here today. May you have a safe and wonderful day.